Hi guys, Old Man Chris back. Second review that I wanted to get done. A set of 7 tool holders from Banggood, 1/2 inch shank. I'll describe each one a little bit as I go through. Went through fairly quickly because standing at the lathe is not so good these days. But just to get some idea of how they perform, and overall very good, very good. When you work out that they effectively cost probably just under $7 each, which is pretty remarkable. The main observation, I think I referred to it towards the end, the inserts could mostly all benefit from a little bit of diamond hone work to get a little more radius on the tips. They're a bit pointy and sharp, so to speak, so the machining finish is not quite as good as I would like. I often make small changes to some inserts to get a little bit of radius and get a cleaner finish. That's a fairly minor point. So overall they come out extremely well, and I can definitely recommend those as a set for under $50. The internal threading insert is a little bit small, probably not big enough to go to a very coarse thread, but nevertheless pretty useful. So I've made most of the comments as I went along, really just to get some idea of how they're doing. And the material, which was mystery material, was a little bit stringy, probably not the best. I should think a bit of lead bearing would have been a little bit kinder to me, but it was a scrap, so I used what I had. Alright, so here you go, just a quick review of the Banggood 7 set tool holders. Alright, hope to see you soon, and next time maybe making some half decent chips. I've got quite a lot to do. Alright, see you later. Thanks for watching. Right, this is a tool holder, is a right hand with a small slightly trapezoidal insert, which you might see. I'm just going to take a quick pass or two, hand fed, see how it behaves. This is mystery material, steel. See what we've got. Not too bad. That was only 10 thou. I'll try 25. Got to set up on here. Could be worth experimenting with the angle, but the cutter's doing a fairly good job. So that's a usable tool. I meant to mention with that last first one, needless to say, I got it centered. This one's been centered. This is a right hand, call it a diamond if you like. I'll just do a trial cut with this one. I forget what I said about revolutions before. We're running about 450. Right. Yeah, that's that's quite good. Quite good. I would tend to use that first right hand one as a roughing cut. Probably take some quite heavy cuts. This one I would probably keep for lighter finishing cuts. That's got some potential, that has. And I didn't mention earlier, I should probably say it more than once, I'm doing these tests fairly quick because I can't stand very long, just enough to get an idea of how these things are performing. This one again is the call it the long diamond. I did do a test cut with that earlier. I'm not bothering at the moment because the performance is pretty much the same as that last one, the right hand cut long diamond, and this gives you plenty. You can choose your angle depending whether you're wanting to do a side or face cut, but again, very adequate. I hope I'm not in too far for focus on here because I'm on auto. Doesn't always like it. Anyway, this is a small parting tool, double-ended insert, and I forget. I don't think I even measured it actually. It's about 0.75, whatever that is in metric. Anyway, what I'm trying here, I'm going to try threading in a minute. So I'm using this to make a thread relief without any lube. You see what sort of cut we're getting. It's about 30 thou. We'll take another just adjacent to that. Right, I quite like the appearance of the chips coming off that, and it's useful to have a narrow one, so that actually is rather nice. Quite pleased with that. That was centered up obviously before we started, and 90 degrees to the work. So that's another one that I'd give a pass grade to, and I think what we'll do is try the threading tool on here. So here's the threading tool. It's 3 points, so should be a fair bit of life in that. Set up, centered, square. I've just taken a scratch pass on there. Probably ought to put some blue on that and you can see better. Right, a Sharpie will do for now. The lead-in, incidentally, I just did with this same tool. Normally I'd give it a 45 degree. Anyway, on the compound here, let's feed in another cut, about 5 thou. It's a pretty light cut for the start of the thread. A slightly heavier cut. Of course, the cut gets heavier as the thread depth increases. Well, it doesn't look too bad. Right, gone a bit further on that, not down to the max, but it's doing all right. Right, here's the boring bar. That I think is the same insert as in the regular right hand cutter we tried, the first cutter. And this has got flats on it, and that results in the cutter being angled downwards quite a bit. It's set on center. We'll see how well we do. Probably the advantage of that is that you can get into a smaller hole to start with. This has had a 16mm put down it now, and that's big enough to take this cutter, which is quite useful. Not too bad. Fair amount of machining marks on there, but I suspect, as I've done with quite a few cutters in the past, I'll get a diamond hone on this, and the same actually on the right hand cut. Hone a very slight radius on it. Some of these are just a bit too pointed. But anyway, it's cutting all right, no problem there. So a little bit of tweaking on the insert and we should get better results. Anyway, that's it for the minute, because I cannot stand any longer. The only one we've got left to do is internal threading, so I'll use this bore, and when I get to it we'll at least start a cut on an internal. Okay. Right, back to do the 7th and last. Now I'm using the spindle handle here. I've taken one light cut and I'm just trying another. Basically just seeing how it works out. I've already cut a relief on the inside of the bore here, so I'm just winding on till I get to that stage. And let's just have a look. I haven't got the air on at the moment. It seems to be doing all right. I'll take one more pass. Well, it's cutting pretty well. I'll make the point here that I don't know whether that's actually visible. Let me put my cheaters on. I'm just seeing here whether that insert's holding up perfectly well, I think. Yep, that's good. This is quite a small insert, and I don't think I would use that one for a really coarse thread. Just check. Yeah, more or less fine threads, I think. I could probably get away with a 12 on here, but possibly use a slightly larger tool. But for fine threads, that's pretty useful.